This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. I'm Gary Risponi, and as you can see,
Jason Lemoyne.
We got Jason. I want to remind y'all again, Jason and the sheriff will probably take over from me next week, and they'll be here the whole time and do the show. And y'all sneak in a prayer now. Don't just talk bad about me. Just say a little prayer.
Oh, we'll be praying for you for sure.
Yeah, pray for them doctors. Everything's been good so far. Jason, we've been putting it off, and we got T-Bass music. We got Travis back this week, and y'all been going for months. Y'all been going some fundraisers and doing things, and y'all visit our old friend. Been friends and did shows together for years. What you call that? What them crazy people from Mississippi? Redneck Adventures?
The Redneck Adventures. So
yeah.
Basically what we did this week, Mr. Travis with T-Bass Music came in from Kentucky. I had an event in Natchez, Mississippi, a big crawfish ball that I catered for Good Hope Timber, our annual crawfish ball and seafood ball. We bought 1,100 pounds of crawfish, had 60 pounds of catfish we fried, and 150 pounds of shrimp. Mr. Travis came in. He was a little bit of the entertainment. We had a live band. Real good time. He's been on the whirlwind. He come in. He had the NRA.
We gonna show, but if y'all wondering, yeah, I was invited. He just I couldn't get there.
Yeah, he couldn't make it, but
he always invited me, but you can't follow.
Yeah. Travis went to the National NRA banquet in Atlanta, Georgia, on his way in from Kentucky before he come meet me in Natchez, and went visit them and sang at the NRA banquet. And he's just going to come in and visit. When he leaves here, he's going to Nebraska on a turkey hunt, so he has a full slate.
Yeah, in Nebraska they're having them tornadoes. We're going to pray for him. But let me tell you, Travis, he does all that traveling. He got a lot of recordings. We're going to let him, when he comes on after a while, we're going to talk to him a little bit. But you can go to his website, you can see his music. He got a lot of gospel songs coming out. In the next few weeks, we're going to get him back here. We're going to have some video, and his music going to be in the background, I hope. Chris can work it out. I know last time we had some, and we get to his website, y'all can look him up, because last time he was here, after all y'all left, me and Morty, we pulled us up on the internet, and I watched him. Talented young man.
Very talented.
I don't know why he hang around with you. I'm glad you are. Stay tuned. We got a tournament report from the young fishermen, and we got a great fishing report. By the way, y'all were looking for me and Travis and the sheriff and his girlfriend. We were supposed to be in Slidell fishing with Mike Brandon's daddy, Mr. Larry, and he gave us a little break. Jason had some things he had to run, and it would be better. We had it set for a Thursday, and the sheriff's girlfriend couldn't come, so he told me, he said, my daddy needs a break. Y'all can call it off, but we'll see what happens. We said the bridge was open. Weather was supposed to be bad. Even some of the bad stuff happened, they killed the fish. So in the fishing report, we're going to talk more about it. Stay tuned. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana. Mr. Travis, T-Bass Music. We'll be right back. Paradise, Louisiana.
Peyton Murphy.
I trust him.
Very respectful.
Very professional.
Reliable.
Very knowledgeable.
You can't ask for nothing better than that.
Choosing the right lawyer is an important decision. Visit murphylawfirm.com or call me, Attorney Peyton Murphy, 928-8800.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. Uh-huh. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny? Who the heck is Benny?
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
Peyton Murphy.
I trust him.
Very respectful.
Very professional.
Reliable.
Very knowledgeable.
You can't ask for nothing better than that. Choosing the right lawyer is an important decision. Visit murphylawfirm.com or call me, Attorney Peyton Murphy, 928-8800.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and here we got him back. He's another celebrity.
How you doing?
Getting on there, getting famous. Everybody's tapping. How you keeping up, Travis?
Just running on fumes.
T-Bass.
Yes, sir.
Travis, T-Bass Music. Travis, let me ask you. You've been going so much. Jason has been tagging you along, too.
Oh, yeah. I try to tag along some with him.
One thing about Jason, once he starts, he got two speeds. He's wide open.
Wide open, right. I'm right in the same boat with him, so we get along just fine.
I had trouble keeping up. I used to do,
right?
But he just can't keep up with him. Right. But I want to thank him. He's been a blessing, Paradise, Louisiana. You've been a blessing for so many of these events right now.
Try to.
The NRA.
I try to, yes, sir.
And all these things. We're gonna go back and visit because I went to one of his first ones. It was 25th annual. I didn't realize we're back. Me and what's his name? Billy Bob?
Jim Bob.
Jim Bob.
Billy Bob, I'm sure he's been called worse.
I know, but I do that. It was driving crazy.
Yes, sir.
Jim Bob, we go back a long way. We did a lot of charity stuff. We did something when first time they ever opened Bass Pro Shops. And we used to go down, we do it all stuff with Ron Lambert with the kids. That's where I took his money.
He talks to that a lot.
He didn't think I could do a split.
He'll certainly admit that you took his money doing
he
the
thought I was
splits.
going to split my drawers, but I split his pocketbook.
Right.
But let me tell you what, he is a marvelous man. He's been doing that thing on the show.
He's got a big heart.
His sponsor. He does a lot with kids. And this thing here was really, it started at Squirrel Hunt. He invited me, and I was doing a lot of shows with squirrel hunters, especially Mr. Carlton Savoy. So I know all about this thing, but we're going to let you talk about it a little bit. And
yes,
I know, and how many years you been doing with Squirrel Hunt now?
I've probably been knowing him at least 20 years. And I met him at another camp, I think it was in Alabama, a charity event where we take kids hunting. I think we had over 300 kids at that event, but a lot of deer were taken, a lot of smiles were made with those little youngins, no matter what their setback was.
We had Trinity Outdoors that we did stuff with, and they do the same thing with physically challenged kids, and we had St. Jude kids. He's always been around,
yes,
and a lot of times he included us, and I included him before.
Yeah.
So just tell us about that day, and then we're going to go on, and
yes,
maybe we can get Jason back.
Well, we had a great event. There was squirrel hunters there and teams from all over the nation, as always. They always bring in a big crowd, raise a lot of money for different 501c charities, not just their charity, but others, and get a lot of kids in outdoors, a lot of servicemen and women, no matter
If
what
I
their
remember
background.
correctly, the food's outstanding too.
Yes, sir, the
They
food. That's
had
why I
all
love
the
coming down
chefs.
here too. Always good people to deal with, and a lot of good food to belly up to the table and eat boiled crawfish, shrimp, catfish. Well, I've lost a bunch of weight, but I used to sure look like I love food. But anyway, it's always a good time to come down here.
I've
But
been there.
the squirrel hunt, like I said, has always been a good time. Always brought in a lot of people, raised a lot of money for charities. This particular hunt wasn't so good for us on the squirrels. Where we were at, it was raining, overcast, but our team, we ended up killing 2 hogs. So if we had a weigh-in, we'd have won it by a long shot with 2 big old hogs, probably weigh 250 apiece, and they were rushing Razorbacks. But anyway.
Carlton and them will bring that, and same thing with Jim Bob. He brings all these professionals, entertainers.
Yes,
He everybody knows about it. He's been on TV. He's been on as long as we have. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he's been on National TV. He moves. He's been on talk shows that late at night.
Well, they played my video. I sang for them there in Vidalia, Louisiana, and anyway, the crowd sure erupted. You know, anybody that would like, they could look me up on YouTube. Of course, it's on the different
Vidalia, they hold a lot of things.
Yeah.
Wild Turkey Federation. I've been at
Yeah.
Vidalia. It's almost like second home. My duck hunt out of Vidalia it's just. It's really close, and him being that close in Natchez,
Yes,
he stays involved. He's almost, we might mix it one day. A redneck,
right?
I think he got some Cajun somewhere in there.
I guarantee it.
In love with it.
I guarantee it.
We enjoy it when we come back, and I hope you enjoy. We're gonna show some of the video and see what he was doing. And I'm going to promise y'all we're going to bring him back one time, and we're going to open with his song, with some of his video, because I'm sure Jason's going to tap him, and they're going to be doing some other stuff.
Right now they can find me on T-Bass Music on YouTube.
With me.
I could sing for you, whatever you want me to do.
You know I sing.
Well, let's sing one.
I'm not always country, maybe a little Randy Travis, but, I'm a Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra type crooner.
Yeah, you probably know something I don't know then. But I've got some new stuff coming out on YouTube, and anybody can find me under T-Bass Music. And I've got a gospel song that'll be coming out. I got a country song that'll be coming out before long. Right now I've got a pretty...
Where can they find it?
T-Bass Music on YouTube.
Okay.
Right now I've got a song, Trump is on the Way, that's gaining some popularity. A lot of social media platforms have it suppressed, but
you enjoying it? Your health improved. You said you had a doctor just like me. That's why I'm going.
Well, if people cut the sugar, I cut sugar out of my life, and it totally changed my life. In 1 week, I woke up feeling like a new person. 2 weeks, my blood pressure was 128 over 68, and hadn't been there since I was in my early 20s. And also at 2 weeks, and my blood pressure stayed high even on medicine. But also at 2 weeks, my diabetes went away. I went from going to the bathroom 3 to 7 times a night to 0. And the whole time I was on that carnivore diet, that's what it was.
You got to tell me about diabetes and the rest of the world. But
and at 3 weeks, they laid down a menu, and I said, "Whoa!" My wife said, "What?" I said, "I can read it." She said, "Well, I can read the menu," and I started reading it to her. And my eyesight was as clear as they ever have at any point in my life, and I'd had reading glasses for 3 years. So I advise anybody to look at that diet. And
you thank the doctor, but you know who you need to be thanking, huh? Good
Lord, absolutely. Try to thank him every day.
We'll be back with the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fish Report.
Peyton Murphy. I trust him.
Very respectful.
Very professional.
Reliable.
Very knowledgeable.
You can't ask for nothing better than that. Choosing the right lawyer is an important decision. Visit murphylawfirm.com or call me, Attorney Peyton Murphy, 928-8800.
I've been asking him to change the oil for months now, and he never did. So I finally just went to Benny's. They even washed my car for free. And you know what? It was amazing. Yeah, I left Benny's and got home before Rob even knew I was gone.
Benny, Who the heck is Benny?
This is Don Dubuque asking you to join me as a member of the Coastal Conservation Association. For 30 years, CCA has worked in Louisiana to conserve our incredible fisheries, making sure that our fishing is great today and for generations to come. Whether looking out for redfish and specks, eliminating gill nets, building reefs across the coast, or work at the state capitol and in D.C., CCA is doing what's best for the fish and the sport we love so much. Your $30 membership will ensure that this work and our great fishing endures well into the future. Go to ccalouisiana.com and join CCA today.
Peyton Murphy. I trust him.
Very respectful.
Very professional.
Reliable.
Very knowledgeable.
You can't ask for nothing better than that. Choosing the right lawyer is an important decision. Visit murphylawfirm.com or call me, Attorney Peyton Murphy, 928-8800.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Jason, thank you. I appreciate bringing Travis around. I know he's so busy, you're so busy, but I thank you for taking the time. And I see you got your LSU colors on today and the LSU forestry, who you involved with a lot. But look, I got my Mountain, but I got. It was a great weekend for LSU baseball,
LSU baseball, softball,
and softball, and the
we were able to
girls
win the series
basketball
against Tennessee. We had a
and
rough go at it Friday night, where they put it together yesterday. Had a walk off ninth inning, eighth inning.
Everybody.
10-run ruled them. That was a good game.
It was unbelievable. Now, we got this fishing report that's coming on. I'm gonna let you go first right now because I know you're real busy and you got to hit the road here in a minute. But tell me about Toledo Bend. You still talking with your buddies over there?
Yeah, still talking with them.
Living the dream. And
the fishing is starting to pick up a little bit. They've been struggling some with the weather. A lot of fresh water, a lot of rain coming in. But typically between May and June, that's when the fish really turns on, and they starting to bite.
Spawn, they still got the over 10-pound program going on, and they'll start messing. They'll be on their website, Lake Country. You can see all that. You can look at the lake stages, how they are. You can do it.
I also talked to Mr. Bryce Knight with Night on the Lakes in Lake Darbone, and they starting to catch some fish.
Yeah. We got to get him back over here, but he's so busy now. He's back
busy.
living. He's staying there a lot, so he's moving a lot of difference. Now,
how's the fishing going on your end? What you hearing?
It's wide open. We've been words with Mike Brantley has been keeping up, and I've been talking to all the camp over there in Slidell. It's still a hot one, but the reports are coming from Grand Isle, Fouchon. The places are natural there. And they fight the weather, but they've been having winters where they get out. You see one day it's almost 80, 90 degrees. Now, this is all coastal fishing. Mike Brantley, he just sent me a picture, so it'll show up later. His charters and all them, and he told us we were worried about the opening the spillway. And they just partially open it and they've done it. It ain't affected them yet. So, and it's all depends on how long they leave it open. But he says he ain't been letting that fall. The water was real muddy in Pearl River because of all the rain and stuff. So Mike, the reports are getting, they have live shrimp. The report is they've been fishing with a slip cart all over Lake Pontchartrain, on the bridges, Lake Bourne, wherever they are, all the places the captains are fishing. Same thing coming from Island Marina. And the point, they fishing a slip cart or Carolina rig, and when they got live shrimp, they doing it. But don't give up on matrix heads. A lot of people are using their bait. I got my friends that are going down to Hopedale and in Delacroix, fishing reports for coming from them down there. I don't want to just keep talking and then because I got to get to this tournament report. But freshwater spillway is still out the banks. But this tournament, the kids took down to the Bar Black area, and then we were south. The Southwest Junior Bass Masters, them kids caught fish. And they had some big stringers, they had some not so big, but them kids always catching, and all the kids got out there fishing. And they didn't have many limits, but what they had some big fish, which that's going to happen this time of year. You know, right now in the spring, it's postponed in some places, but right now they're catching fish. The top bait, chatterbait, top water, jerk bait, and then just some of the words I've been hearing. So let me pull this up, and I'm going to read this tournament report from Junior Southwest Bass Masters. Mr. Jim and Cindy Bro, y'all so good when you're doing that. I watched some old shows the other day, and I told y'all we're going to, this high school bass fishing, junior bass, it's just taking out like crazy. We're going to get Peyton's crew. The LSU fishing team has been going out on these national tournaments, been doing good. And they're so busy right now, and they got tournaments all over the country. I'm trying to wait for them to come. If I don't get them, Peyton will get them here from me. And we're going to get Peyton back here. Peyton going to be ready to go to Grand Isle fishing with his boat. So and I appreciate it. Now, let's read this and so we can get out of here and we can get Jason out of here. You going to LSU right now, some meetings too, huh?
Yes, sir.
You never stop, you and Travis, boy. I know what it's like. Okay, let me read that. Junior Southwest Bassmaster, they just pulled up the winners. Thank you again, Jim and Sandy, bro. And here they are right here. They said they want to give a huge thanks out to Ricky LeRae and Game On Lewis and the contributions he's making, and to the ride company. Their first place finishes. They won the Junior Southwest Bassmasters custom fishing rods, and that's personalized rods by, what they had, the spindle handle. What's the guy that gave them out? Eric Mathern said that. Were made by Eric Mathern of Swamp Sticks. Now, here's the winners. Let me read them to you. Results as the following: 15, 18-year-old age group. First place, Alden Alvarez of Addis. And he had second place and third place, they showed, and the big bass, Alvin Redmond. So they didn't have no show. But in 11, 14-year age group was Reed Leonard, from Walker. And then second place was Lane LeRae from Bruley. And then third place was Landon Shelton. Big bass was Lane LeRae. Now, 7 to 10 years old, first place, Charles Leonard from Lakeland. And second place was Blake Harper from Livingston. And third place was Nathan Watts from Livingston, and big bass was Charles Leonard. The outdoor division, thanks to the amount of, and those guys, it's unbelievable. They're keeping kids on the water. And these kids have been winning in national tournaments. They've been showing up, and it's just unbelievable when they get this time of year. They're there. That's why I want to get Tommy here and do a retrack of how last year went and what this year's looking like already. So, again, the outdoor division was, here we go, Cody Morgan. Second place is Jeremy Harper, and third place Matthew Watts. And that's pretty good weights too, 9 pounds, 12 pounds winner. So it is big. Big bass with Cody Morgan. So that's it, guys. Thank y'all. And that's some of the pictures they took. under the Amelia Landing now down in the south. And thank y'all one more time. But we're going to be having a lot more tournament reports coming on right now. Elite, all these big bass tournaments from around the country, we got people doing it. So one more time, for his news, God bless Louisiana. Keep these storms away right now. We're getting closer to the storm season. But the main thing right now is I hope they don't keep the locks open. They say it might bring some nutrients that some places need. But keep visiting, keep praying.
Glad we
down.
can come in today.
Huh?
I said I'm glad you had us today.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you're going to be here next week.
Yeah, I'll be here next week.
That's the big deal, you and Sheriff. But let me tell you, all your trips, you going to Kentucky?
I don't think we're going to make it this year for turkey season. We got too much going on.
You got too much on with your business. Good luck. Tell me your business one more time. Give it a plug.
I have a timber company called Lemoyne Woodwork and Firewood Company, LLC. We, sell firewood, lumber, also manage land and timber for some clients. Got track hose,
If they
dozers.
want you to manage their timber on
Yes,
a
sir.
lot, you tell them what to sell, what to buy.
We always have something going on. It's been a little struggle. It's been wet, but it's starting to dry up, so we're fixing to get busy.
Thank you again. I love you. Watching Paradise, Louisiana. Thank Marty. Thank Alan. Alan getting a little bit better. We're going to get him back over here. So, God, by the way, I got one fishing report I want to say. John Jackson has been going. He was fishing the lake the other day, and he's going crazy. You know, he's still working. His show going to be coming out in July. He's going to be on Discovery Channel and all of them. But he's reporting a fishing report in Facebook. And John, I like your reports. I wish I can tell you more. You show pictures. They're on Facebook. Mike, a lot of those captions on Facebook. Don't forget to go there. And if you want to call any of those marinas down Slidell or down in Venice, they'll give you a report. You tell them, Gary responds, say, call y'all. Y'all got shrimp, what the fish are biting, what's going on offshore. And if you book a trip, most of those captains that are reporting to me, weather gets back, they'll cancel and they'll rebook you. And they ain't going to take your money without doing some of the best fishermen. He sent me some pictures of him fishing. Mike, I'm going to see what I can do. Maybe Chris might run some of them on the show. Thank you again, Chris Lecoq. We'll see y'all next week. God bless Louisiana.
This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi. Paradise, Louisiana is also brought to you by Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company, Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change, CCA Louisiana, and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament, IMCO, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.